guys, I'm Carissa. This is my channel and tomorrow's my birthday. I decided since tomorrow is my birthday and I haven't done like a Q&A on the channel yet, I would open up a Q&A on Instagram for you guys to ask me whatever questions you wanted to ask me. I'm gonna try to just answer a few of these and try to kind of get through them quickly so that this video isn't like 20 minutes long. But if I do this and you guys are interested in you guys are interested in doing me. If you are interested in me doing a second video with a lot of the other questions, please let me know. I can totally do that. Let's jump right in. First question. Do you have any fat girl problems and how do you deal with them? Like not being able to paint your toenails, etc. This is a really good question, and I have problems just like every other human has problems. This is something that I have thought a lot about in the last year. I've had lots of conversations about this with my friends and stuff in the last year. There are certain things that I cannot do because of my body. And while I'm not going to sit here and list them off, I just want to say that different bodies are able to do different things. And it doesn't matter whether you're fat or you're in a wheelchair or you have a bad knee or your body just doesn't like to bend over very far. A lot of people cannot do certain things because of their bodies, and it doesn't make them bad. So I would really like to kind of change the conversation around, do you have certain things you can't do with your body because you're fat, to do you have certain things you can't do with your body? Because there are tons of people all over the place. Every person I know has something that they can't do because of something. It doesn't somehow make them less of a person or make them less worthy of being proud of their body. So, you know, when I really think about like the conversations we have about fatness and stuff, sometimes I really want to discuss my experiences as a fat person and how they affect singularly fat people. But I also think that we have to kind of broaden our scope of what we are talking about to include things that are kind of ableist. And when we talk about, you know, what are some of the things you can't do because you're fat? I don't care if you can't wipe your ass because you're fat. And I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm being completely sincere. I do not care if you cannot wipe your butt. Other people who aren't fat also cannot wipe their butt. There are a million things that different bodies can and cannot do, and I kind of refuse to look at my body as abled or disabled by my fat. My body is just what it is. My body is able or not able to do certain things no matter what size it is. There are certain things that my body can do better now that I'm fat and certain things that I can do less well because of my size, and neither of those things are important, and I just try really hard to change my language around those things, because it really affects everyone on the whole human spectrum, not just fat people. But I mean, I don't stand on chairs anymore. I ain't trying to break a chair while I'm standing on it. So that's one thing I have as a fat girl problem, I guess. I don't climb on things anymore. Next question is, what's your stance on shapewear? Do you elect to wear some for certain outfits or do you choose not to? I do not ever wear shapewear in the traditional sense. I would never ever put like Spanx on my body. That is for my own comfort level. I do not find them comfortable. I find them incredibly painful. They give me like heartburn. I just don't like shapewear at all. That being said, I do wear high-waisted shaping briefs. They're basically like just slightly thicker than cotton briefs when I wear pants. I wear these not because I'm trying to hide my visible belly outline, but because my nether regions are puffy. And if I wore pants and didn't have something snugging that baby in there, then you would see all of the puffiness. So that is why I wear shaping briefs occasionally. Next question is, what are you gonna do for your birthday? What's the best gift you've ever received? I am going to have brunch with my mama and my niece, and then I might go get a pedicure with my best friend, and then I think Nate's folks are gonna be in town, and I think we'll probably go have dinner with them, which will be really fun, and that's it. Tomorrow night I'm going to roller derby, but it's not really for my birthday. I would be going to it either way. I do not really celebrate my birthday. I actually have a cousin named Harley who is exactly 10 years younger than me, and when she was born we kind of started doing these collective birthday parties, and that's kind of like the thing I look forward to for my birthday. I get to share my birthday with someone who I love a lot, and we have cake and we have dinner, and we're gonna do that on Sunday, and we'll do like a little Easter egg hunt for my niece, and we'll all get together and we'll have cake, and I'll get to celebrate sharing my birthday with someone who I love a ton. And yeah, that's that. I'm not really a big birthday person. I just don't care too much about mine. I just wanna, you know, hang out with people I love a little bit and have people say happy birthday to me, and that's good enough for me. I honestly have no clue what the best gift is. Oh! Okay, so funny story for the internet. I have dated and lived with lots of people, and for a long time throughout my 20s, I would kind of like, you know, live with one person, break up, live with another person, live with another person. I just like hopped around people's houses and lived with them and started relationships with them. It was really super effective. The weirdest part of that is that everyone I've ever dated gives me a living creature. Everyone gives me a cat or a dog or a fish. I've also had a cow. The cow obviously didn't live with me. Now, there may be some speculation as to whether or not I promote getting me an animal, but to me, it just seems like people just keep showing up with animals and giving them to me, like in some weird way to like show their love or something. I don't really know. You guys have only met my dog and my cat that live with me and Nate, but my parents also have 3 dogs that I have been given over the course of my 20s that live with them, and all of these animals, this little animal family that I have collected, is probably my favorite thing. Of course, when you have that many animals and you have lived with that many people, sometimes you end up back at your folks' house for a while. So me and all my animals moved back into my folks' house for a while. They got really comfortable there. My parents love the dogs. They take them to the dog park all the time. They have their little pack there. So they now live there. I had a dog before we met, and we got the cat, and so now we just have like nice little extended animal families all over, and they are probably my favorite gifts, even though some of them came from people that, you know, I wish didn't exist. I love this question. What's your favorite thing about yourself in your 30th year? Doesn't have to be just about your body necessarily, just how have you grown and what are you most proud of? Far and away, the thing that I am most proud of that I have accomplished in the last year is building the Fat Girl Flow brand. I started the blog in April of last year. I started YouTube in, I believe, November, and everything has just worked out really, really amazingly. I now work for myself, I work from home, and it has just been the most amazing experience in my whole entire life. It has taught me that I am incredibly self-motivated. It has taught me a lot about myself that I didn't necessarily believe was true for a long time. I think that for a long time, even people close to me kind of questioned my work ethic. I really thought that, you know, maybe I just wasn't going to be one of those people who ever was successful in their career. I never felt super in love with something. I never felt like I wanted to work very hard at work. I was really just lost a lot of the time with work. And you know, I think a lot of people feel like that, and I just decided that I was going to go out on a limb and try something, and it turns out I work hard as fuck and I'm really good at it, and I'm just really proud of myself. I feel like I really discovered something in myself that is integral to me being a whole, happy human being, and it has been wonderful. Next question, do you get insecure if your guy stares at a skinny or fit girl? No. You know, I think that maybe this has a lot to do with the person you're with and your relationship, and I absolutely understand if someone is feeling a little bit insecure about this, but here's the deal, is Nate is obsessed with me. I mean, he's like really, really obsessed with me. And he would be obsessed with me if I gained 200 pounds. He would be obsessed with me if I weighed 200 pounds less. He is obsessed with me. And my size doesn't have anything to do with it, and other people's size doesn't have anything to do with how he's attracted to them. So he's really attracted to a spectrum of people, and so of course I don't really care. I also just think, like, in a relationship, you're gonna think about other people. You are going to see other people and think that they are attractive. And him thinking that other people are attractive doesn't, you know, devalue what he feels for me at all. He can think someone else is attractive and still be totally obsessed with me. And I know this because I think other people are attractive and I'm still totally obsessed with him. It just doesn't bother me, and it doesn't bother him either. So someone asked me for just varying unpopular opinions. I was thinking about this last night and I was kind of like, I feel like all of my opinions are unpopular. Like with you guys, they go over great, but I kind of feel like we forget that in the world, some of the more progressive ideas just generally aren't popular. But the one unpopular opinion that I can think of that is universal, that gets a reaction from everybody who I've ever met, is I don't eat cheese. I hate cheese. I eat it on pizza. I don't really like it on anything else, ever. I don't like cheese. I don't eat cheese. I'm not down for cheese. I don't like to smell cheese. If there's a cheeseburger in my car, I have to roll down all the windows because I don't like the smell so much. I'm not cool with cheese. Don't like cheese. Also, no milk. Don't drink milk. Next question is Ulta or Sephora. I am not sure. I only have an Ulta in the town that I live in. I go there too frequently. One of the girls that works there kind of, you know, is familiar with me, and I went in with Nate the other day and she was like, welcome back. And I was like, shh. Don't, no, Nate's with me, don't say that, he doesn't need to know. And then of course we get up to the counter and they're like, you have $27 in rewards points. And I'm like, shh, shh. I really love Sephora. I prefer Ulta's vibe though. Like Ulta is very like bright and light inside, and Sephora is very dark and everything's black. And it seems like it's always in the middle of a mall, so there's no windows. So I guess I prefer the interiors of Ulta, but I like both stores. Okay, I'm gonna answer one more question in this video. I will say that I did get a lot of questions about how to deal with doctors who fat shame. I am gonna post a link to an article that I wrote about that subject in the description box. It is a super important subject, and if you guys would like me to make a full video about how to deal with doctors, I am more than happy to. Leave a comment letting me know that you would be interested in that. The last question is, do you plan on having children or want to start a family anytime soon? I think that the main ingredient to that question is soon. Some people may say that I should be getting on having kids right now. It is not something that I am interested in doing now or in the next couple years. Nate and I feel very secure in the idea that eventually there are children in the cards for us. We are not absolutely 100% dedicated to having our own kids. I have personally never felt connected to the idea of having my own kids. I know that Nate and I kind of talk about fostering children and maybe even doing that later in life. I love kids, and I think that children are like the most amazing thing in the whole entire world, and right now I am just so dedicated to work and to doing some things in my life that, you know, I've always wanted to do. Nate and I have a lot to do together. We just, you know, there's no rush. I feel very open to all ways, all possibilities of having kids. You know, I can see Nate and I in a lot of different circumstances in our life where we would really want to be trying to have a kid right now, and that's just not what is happening currently, and we're both just okay with it. I think that something we've talked about that would be really amazing is having foster kids when we're a little bit older, and I definitely think that Nate and I just like kind of have a lot of love that we would like to. This is so silly. I'm crying because I just love the idea of us starting a family. This is why I don't talk to you guys about anything personal ever, because like I am a complete crier. When I talk about things that are like meaningful to me, I just start crying. It's a mess. I am such a mess. Thinking about having a family with Nate is like my favorite thing in the whole entire world. I just get like so warm and fuzzy thinking about Nate and I like having foster kids or like adopting, and it just makes my heart like really, really happy. So yes, we want a family. Not right now. I don't want a family right now at all. I have Nate, we have our animals, but I can't wait to love little humans. It's gonna be amazing. You guys, this is why I can't have kids, because I am very emotional about them, and I would be very distracted by all of the other things that are going on in my life, and when I have kids, I really just want it to be like I can dedicate every single piece of myself to them, and right now I'm dedicating little pieces of myself to you guys and to myself, which is amazing, and it is, you know, a great decision, and I love that we aren't having kids yet, but obviously it is something that I really want. Now that you've seen me blubbering on camera, and you can kind of understand why I don't do these Q&As more often, because I get very weepy about anything personal to me, because I am just, oh, I love my life, and I feel like really overwhelmed with happiness, and you guys are amazing, and we hit 20,000, and the gratitude that I feel like seeping out of me is just like, it's immense, and this 31st year is gonna be fucking amazing, and I'm glad you guys are gonna be there with me for it. I love you! Thank you for sharing this little Q&A on my birthday. I am so sorry that I am a weepy baby. This is who I am. Welcome to my soul. It is filled with tears. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Look at me, I'm crying. Just subscribe, okay? Okay. Bye.